is up, guys? It's your girl Natty, and today is day 2 of Revember. We headed on over to a museum, an archaeological dig site, and we went to Goblin Valley, which was incredible. I actually climbed for the very first time in my life. I called my family and they were in shock. I have never climbed a fence, a tree, a rock. Like, I haven't climbed anything in my entire life before this day, and it was intense, but it was incredible and so worth it. And without further ado, Utah day 2. Good morning, Karusty Karoo, and welcome to Utah day 2. I'm about to go take more stuff off my phone. I'm so sorry if yesterday was pretty scarce on the videos stuff, and if it's not too great because I had to use Snapchat to record everything. Woo, okay, let's not die. But we're packing up. You see the 3 vans are ours. There's like 3 or 4 white vans. There's 3 vans that are exactly the same, and the 4th one that's like a mom's van. So people are out here playing basketball, having a time, packing up, getting ready. So I'm gonna take stuff off my phone so that we have plenty of storage for today. So I'll catch you guys in a second.
Welcome to the Prehistoric Museum. I'm Tim Riley. I'm the curator of archaeology here. You guys are all here to learn about primitive pottery, right? Traditional pottery techniques. Well, I'm not a ceramicist. I'm actually a paleoethnobotanist. Does anybody know what that means? What I study?
Really old plants.
Yeah, something to do with plants, right? So paleo means old, right? And then ethnology study old, like ethnic people plants, how people use plants. So it's the archaeology of how people use plants. So here we had glaciers up in the mountains, right? But we mostly did not have glaciation. It was mostly a parkland, like a wooded parkland with grasses or an open grassland. And because of that, you have a different species called the Columbian mammoth, right? They're bigger than woolly mammoths. They're mammoths, unlike mastodons. They still have the same genetics and the same diet and all that kind of stuff. But they're bigger. The question for paleontologists for a long time has been, are they the same species?
And I'm really excited.
I'm not sure. Are we allowed to just step in here with our shoes?
Yeah. I wouldn't go in there barefoot.
That's true.
Oh my god, there's a bunch of dinosaurs in the corner. Look.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It must be crazy to find like a real life dinosaur, you know?
Yeah, I know. Maybe.
Like, that must be such an exciting moment in like somebody's life. It's very soothing.
It is. I'm pretty sure they have like tinier packs of these.
Really?
Yeah, unlike, I was gonna say in Toys R Us, but they shut down. But somewhere in the toy store. Because I've seen them. Amazon. Yeah, that's true.
It's the new king of everything.
Right? Yeah.
So here we are studying real pieces of primitive pottery. These are called sherds and not shards, which sounds very weird and I hated having to say it, but technically speaking, sherds are pieces of broken pottery and shards are pieces of broken glass. But we are just checking them out and separating them to see if any of them fit together.
Are these off-roading minivans?
We are now.
Into the brush we go.
That is insane that she's just backing up all the way.
That thing is, she has to drive that thing.
And it's like in this bumpy road too. Trying to get out is a mess.
You need to let that person turn around.
Off-roading minivans, not a good idea. Oregon Trail, like.
Oh, like a wagon?
Yeah, like a wagon with horses.
God.
Oh my gosh.
There are several other homes up and down this stream. This is just part of the larger community. This is one household here. And what do we find in here? Well, in addition to finding pieces of charcoal, right, like that, we ended up with relatively big unburnt beams because it basically ran out of oxygen while it collapsed. And we ended up with bone tools on that red surface, an awl for making baskets, some projectile points, and broken ceramics. Actually, most of the ceramics I found were on the surface out here in what we call a midden. It means a trash pile. In this case, it's what we call a sheet midden. It's basically just dispersed across this. But of course, this site hasn't just sat here untouched for 1,000 years. It's actually likely, based on the distribution of artifacts, and they're mostly sort of over this way, that there might have been another house over here. There's also some historic sites here, but it's been impacted, right? Whether it's by the Crotovinia digging through it, the various rodents digging through it, or whether it's by our modern land uses and grazing. The reason I had to close the gate behind us is because there's actively horses and I think cattle on here right now. There's always horses on here. And the horses are pretty smart about staying out of this, but the cattle, they're pretty dumb animals, so we'll see what happens with that. But I mean, so this is really what one of these houses looks like. It's fairly underwhelming, and you can sort of imagine what it might have looked like before I excavated it, right? You can see where the original surface was over there, and in that corner, these rocks were effectively covered. You can see right up to there. And so you basically just had a shallow ring of rocks with a shallow depression to maybe about there in it, right?
How long did it take you to remove this and go through this?
In terms of actual hours, I'm not sure. I spent about 3 years out here.
Just like with a shovel? And
with mostly with a trowel. So, as I said earlier in the classroom, right? Excavating this site, was it an adverse impact? Yes, it was. I pulled out however many, cubic meters of dirt out of this site that had all their cultural fill, right? So in order to do that in a proper and controlled systematic way, you can see the corners. There's one, there's one,
marked it out.
There's here, there. I divide it into meters grids. This is a 5 by 10 meter grid, right? And then each one of those is set up as a 1 meter by 1 meter that has a unique identifier at southwest corner, 100 north, 100 east, for example. And then you excavate in 10 centimeter levels, which is about 4 inches, right? And so each level has its own context. So every single thing I put into a bucket that then goes through a screen over there, through a back dirt pile, right? And I pull out all the artifacts. All of that stuff has a unique X, Y, and Z, right? Now, if it's something like the bone tools on the surface of the floor, I try and map those in place, right?
Wait, so do you you put this part on it? So should I stick the gum in my mouth first?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I would not want to drive on this. This is kind of terrifying. So we're at Goblin Valley. It's really cool. Oh.
There's Cammy and Bailey climbing. Woo. How did y'all get up there?
How? Ivy got up here.
Yeah, that's a great picture.
Terror and
Hell yeah.
like. Are you taking a picture?
Well, yeah, do it again. This camelback was an amazing adventure. I feel like this camelback is gonna make me want to drink water more, and that's a good thing. This thing is so cool. Okay. That looks like the poop emoji.
Alright.
Ooh, okay.
Opting for that, please.
You don't want to do the mushroom one? The kidney bean on a stick?
I'll try one more time, but it's really difficult. Ugh, there's like not a good place to grab.
Okay, don't die. Oh!
I know.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
To die. Ugh. Jesus Christ.
You did it!
Ugh. I did. Alright. Will you be able to tell how high up I am?
Hold on, I'm gonna...
You can go, just go over.
Oh. This is hard!
Go Nat, you can do it.
You made it look so much easier.
With the way I belly flopped onto it.
I'm on it. Right? Does this count?
It counts.
I did it! I'm on it! I'm just gonna stay here and love the rock.
Alright.
Cheese.
We'll end the video here.
Just told them I want to be on that rock.
We could make that our mission. Oh my god.
Is that our mission? Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, but first I want to get on one of these that look like mushroom houses
Alright, go do
or
it.
something.
I'll take a picture of you.
Okay. Here we go. Lightning bolt rock, maybe. This rock is completely perfectly split. That's so crazy looking. Ooh.
That's it, I'm not going.
Hello, precious little bean. Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Ooh. That looks like a face. Cammy and Bailey are dying. We're trying to get up there. This is the full size of it. It's pretty cool. And now you will see that the struggle is real when you decide, hey, I'm gonna try to climb something for the first time at 20 years old.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm already out of breath.
A lot of arm strength. Okay. What you could do is you could just launch without any fear. I'm inhibited by my fear all the time. But like it's actually not that bad. But if you want, I can also do it. Take your time. You can do it. Like give me that hand. Yeah, like 1, 2. How are your knees? Alright, do you want to try the other hand? Like, do you have a better grip in your right hand? I could also try to boost you, like Bailey did.
My knee got caught like
Oh, yeah, yeah. You got it.
Thank you, Cammy. Okay.
You're just gonna sit on this thing and let it kind of turn.
So, as you will see in a second, we actually made it all the way to the tippy top, which unfortunately you don't get to witness that glorious occasion, but that was also a hot mess in where I had to lodge myself in between 2 rocks and have Cammy grab onto my foot and pull her up so that she could reach the top as well. Alright, we're gonna touch the wall. I feel like that part in Nemo when he's like, I touched the butt!
Exactly what I thought.
Don't touch the butt.
I touched the butt!
Nemo! You touched the butt.
This is incredible. Bailey's dead. How did you turn that from like dead to majestic?
Right. You get the picture of the wall too. Yeah, that's the plan.
That's incredible. There's Kenny. Taking the photo.
Alright.
This place is incredible. I don't ever want to leave. I've tested myself. I literally climbed up that thing, like up the wall a little bit, and I would have never done that in a million years. And I feel amazing. This is like the best I've ever felt, I think. It's incredible. I feel like, oh, okay. I almost twisted my ankle. I almost twisted my ankle. I still feel amazing though. Ironically enough, it's incredible here. It's like so pure and free, and there's no self-service, there's no distractions, there's just you and the rock, and you gotta climb it and test your limits. I've never tested my limits like this before. I've never climbed anything in my life, and it was incredible. I'm a little out of breath, but it's so worth it. I think like my self-esteem, my self-confidence is just so high right now, and I just feel so one with nature and with myself, and I feel so good. And I recommend this to anybody and everybody. I was so fearful at first. I'm cautious, I respect, but I feel so good about myself and good about everything, and it tested my limits and my strengths, and I can't believe how much I was able to do. And I think that like these reminders are really important for people of like push yourself a little bit and you realize how strong you really are. So heading back, my phone's about to die. See you guys in a second. Heck yeah, red clay.
Wait, he's testing.
Oh, I'm getting out anyways. This is incredible. This is so cool. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Go, go, you got it. Yeah.
Why did I do that?
I don't know. Me.
So dehydrated.
It's green. Oh my god.
You see green?
Yeah.
I see white. But no, it looks green now.
Yeah.
We're working on it, but it's kind of,
Is that good?
I don't know. Let's see.
I don't want to overwater it.
Don't overwater.
Oh wait, I'm here.
Oh, that is pretty. Sandy? Maybe. Let's have just a touch.
My hands are so itchy right now.
Why?
I don't know. All this
Allergic to clay? Uh-oh.
That's not good.
That's bad.
That's your entire career right there gone.
I think that's super sandy. She mixed it with that other stuff, and look how sandy that is.
It is fairly, it's almost like talc.
Yeah. But that really brown stuff that you had over there, is that, where were you digging?
Yeah, that's
Right there, we got a huge
So the
bucket of that.
I think we should get another bucket of that.
So the green's
that
not
seems like
worthy?
the best, that seems like the best
The
stuff.
green's not worth it.
It seems a little funky.
That
There's
dark
something
stuff right
kind of
over there.
lacking about that,
Yeah, I
but
think it was really nice.
it's okay.
Hey, let's get one more bucket of that.
But
Do you have some? Do you need some?
too excited about this.
What if there's someone in there?
Well,
He checked twice. Maybe they're sleeping in there. What if there's someone sleeping in there?
Well, I might have woken up.
Thank you guys so much for watching day 2 of Revember and Utah. If you want to keep up to date with me and Revember, you should definitely hit that subscribe button down below. And as always, you should definitely hit that bell icon because then you will be notified as soon as I post a brand new video. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow for Revember day 3. Bye guys!